Welcome to the first ever National Conference on Preventing and Responding to Gender-Based Violence. My name is Faith Kasiva, I'm Secretary for Gender, and we are very delighted to be your host this morning. I want to thank you very, very much and welcome you all to this very first National Gender-Based Violence Conference that amplifies the role and responsibilities of duty bearers in the prevention and response to GBV. I thank you for finding time to reflect on our collective responsibilities and take stock of the progress we've made so far in the fight against GBV, which is a subject that is of national importance in our country at this moment in time.
I was with the children in a school in Kibra, and I was attacked because everybody else ran. I could not have left these children because I was like, when I leave them, what happens? So I had to sacrifice for these children. Nobody appreciates that.
As a woman living with HIV for the last 30 years, I've gone through a lot. And working with women, I've seen women going through a lot. As women living with HIV, when our husbands died, we are kicked out of the land. And that, I think, is a violation.
The chief guests here today are the survivors that are in the room. The survivors that actually come out and take that pain so that they can find a solution to what they have endured.
This conference must seek answers on why, despite Kenya having a progressive constitution that clearly spells out issues of human rights coupled with a robust legal and policy framework, GBV continues to be a serious hindrance to achievement of gender equality.
County technical working groups for GBV, please include a councillor in those committees because we need those services.
I want to recommend that we all must be equipped with the life skills for self-protection in cases where we may be predisposed to GBV.
So we provide a platform where this young person can talk to a counselor.
We have established a complete handling unit within the police.
And SGBV happening in the mining sites from Bungoma, Kakamega, Kitui, Taita Taveta, and the whole of Coast region, where we actually have the Mozambique belt.
Where is the conversation around how can we start thinking about prevention, even as we look at how to strengthen response?
Why is it that the 2/3 gender rule is very hard for our county to pass?
Let us consolidate our efforts so that we can make a difference for this country.
You need to do a lot more. The gender department has to do a lot more.
If we take female genital mutilation as one sensitive indicator of gender-based violence, it currently stands at 21% in Kenya, but we have counties where we have it as high as 94%. So it is time that we continue as a nation to interrogate these processes and find indeed a very sustainable solution.
Clearly, evidence has shown that gender-based violence is significant in its occurrence in Kenya, and therefore stakeholders under the leadership of the State Department of Gender decided it was important for us to come together, strengthen the capacity of response systems both for prevention and response, ensure that the missing link which we have been able to put our finger upon, which centers around accountability, is brought to the fore, interrogated and collectively at stakeholders, to enhance accountability, to strengthen prevention, and to strengthen response to ensure that we get to zero gender-based violence.
We must tackle the root causes of violence by addressing gender stereotypes and promoting respectful relationship.
We cannot continue working in silos. Different sectors and professionals at the national and at the county and local levels of government need to coordinate their responses much better.
That's the look of our resource book. We are launching Safe Option Paper. This is a guideline for how to establish safe houses in all our counties. Okay, let's give a round of applause. This is for strengthening safe spaces and protection of spaces for women and girls and children. Thank you very much. I think that's
So what we want to see is accountability as the theme of the workshop states. We want to see how we can work better together, how we can engage the government and all the other stakeholders.
I'm so excited to be attending this conference. Obviously, there have been so many interventions taking place to address the issue of sexual gender-based violence. And I'm here basically to really amplify the voices of women and girls with disabilities in Kenya.
It is important that we've come to the National GBV conference to hold each other accountable.
So on behalf of county commissioners, I want to say that from here we are going to publicize the helpline. We will work with the communities to ensure that all cases are reported and that all reported cases we follow through to ensure that justice is done.
From where we stand, the challenges have really been what we are discussing today, accountability. We feel that while the laws have been put in place, the accountability mechanisms are not in place to hold the duty bearers to account. So that's why we are here today, to just ensure that commitments are translated into action and that we have protection in place for victims of violence.